Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And, well, yeah, unfortunately, like I said, that message last, night that I uploaded, the Peterbilt, the problem, I just kept crashing, I couldn't complete the load. Well, I don't know if that was an issue with the Peterbilt, or if it was an issue with, Truck Sim, or if there was an issue with something else. And I'm pretty sure that the issue was honestly map pack incompatibility, possibly with TSM, and that was the military pack. I wasn't overly impressed with the military pack anyways. So, yeah, I was going to do my super modded trucks, including this beautiful Daft Pink Floyd skinned truck. But I think I would like to try the Peterbilt again. So we're going to get into a Peterbilt. I also found a new Mercedes-Benz mod that just came out. Mercedes-Benz Actro MP4, something like that. It's almost like the Volvo FH16, which for a while I actually had a problem. With the Volvo FH, I couldn't get it, and I was really upset. I didn't know what was going on, if I had to start a new profile or what, but no, I shouldn't have, because other people didn't. So a little back and forth, and I found out that there was a mod that was preventing the Volvo from showing up, and it was the Just Play mod for Truck Sim Map. They had updated the mod to allow the Volvo FH to show up in the shop. So Peterbilt 389. We are going to drive it, and then we're going to see what we can find for load. Now, I don't know. All right, I'm in Roma. You know what? I don't want to start in Roma. I just don't want to start in Roma. So I'm going to go company manager and truck manager. No, garage manager. Map view. I want to start way up here in the north in Denmark. So this is my Kolding, and you're getting a sneak peek at a couple of the awesome trucks right here that I want to bring you. But for now, we're just gonna go to Kolding. And it's raining, and we all know that the wipers on this truck do not work. I also have turned up my graphics. So with this truck, there can be a loading issue. It can take more to load, and I'm just going to deal with it, because I did fine when I was driving the DAF. So we want our job market, freight market, and we're in Denmark, in Kolding. So 36 tons into France. Another 36 ton load's too short. That's 15 tons. That's a long trip, but I'm pretty sure that's going to somewhere I've been, which I'd rather avoid. 75 tons. It's a short trip, but it's a 75 ton load, and I have not towed that train yet. I know it's a short trip, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tow the train. This just like drives me nuts. Alright, parking brake is on. Don't know if I'm probably gonna bump, but it's alright. There's the bump. Turn the wheel all the way over. Why do I even have the wipers going if they don't work? You know, I do need my lights on, because you have to have your lights on when it's raining, or you will get hit with a fine. Now, I'm almost positive there'll be an update for this truck, if there's not already, with the working wipers. You know, I'm almost positive of that. So I'm not overly worried. But again, the reverse and all that, I've already gone over it. I will do a final breakdown of this mod. Oh, the rain's already letting up. So, awesome. At least I think the rain's letting up. But I've also cleaned up some of my mods too. I've taken out some of the older mods, disabled some of the trailers that I know are not working anymore, which also could have been causing issues. And it's here somewhere. Okay, there's the entrance. I lost my train of thought, is what I did. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about anymore. That's how bad it is. I forgot what I was talking about. So, anyways, I hope to actually bring you a good Volvo FH run after this. I want to do my hyped up trucks, but I really can't ignore this. No, we're not moving this slow. I'm purposely accelerating this slowly. I've been having an issue when I get a real heavy load that when I turn the wheel, I hydroplane. Even when it's not raining out, I'll still trying to do this like the trucker way, make it so I can see. But when I turn the wheel during acceleration, I didn't see that till it was too late. That's alright. You should have known better. I'm actually looking at the reflection in the top of the filter there. That's pretty damn impressive. Now this truck this feels like 75 tons. I hauled the 80 ton in a video that unfortunately really isn't going to make the light of day, because I recorded it when I was tired and I actually ended up hung up on a guardrail. And I was just like, you know what, I'm too tired to drive. But this feels like 75 tons. I was like accelerating too well. I mean, the physics were definitely there. With the, this sucks, this weather. I know this trailer is actually well modded. I feel the weight. Again, which was really strange to say. But I feel the weight both in stopping and acceleration. So I got to be extra cautious in the corners. I hauled the 85 ton and it was definitely there in the turns, but I could accelerate and brake better than I felt I should have. This trailer actually feels heavier than the 85 ton in terms of acceleration and in braking. It really does. So I have a new weather sound mod. The thing is I don't know if it's as good as the one that I had, because I'm seeing the lightning flash, but I'm not hearing the thunder, which makes me really sad because it's a brand new weather mod, and the other weather mod I had actually had lightning and thunder, and this one doesn't. I mean, you're going to see the lightning regardless, but it actually had thunder as well. So every time the lightning flashed, there would be thunder. And this one, I don't hear it. The rain sounds good, though. I like the rain. I know I'm like really iffy about building up any kind of speed right now. It's because it's difficult to see. It's wet conditions. I'm hauling 75 tons in a truck that I'm still not really familiar with. I mean, that's the disadvantage of me driving all these different trucks, is I'm not familiar with any of them except for the Scania. So it's very easy for me to make mistakes. You know, I'm very fortunate right now in that this road is, you know, very straight, but why am I drifting? All right, let's slow it down because there's a vehicle in front of us anyways. We are going to overtake, which is a scary thought considering what we're hauling. Yeah. Careful of the corner. At least I thought we were going to overtake. Alright, the rain is letting up though, so I'll be able to see. That's a plus. That's a plus. That's a good plus. So the trucks are going to speed up, of course, because the rain stopped. Speed limit, 120. Not with this in tow. Yeah, that was... I'm like all kinds of nervous because I'm hauling this trailer for the first time and I'm realizing just how much weight there is to it. I mean, there are some nicely modded trucks, trailers in this game. There are some really nicely modded trailers in this game. But this trailer feels particularly weighty. And unlike the other trailer, it's not like trying to throw me over on my side. Matter of fact, I need to be over at least one lane. It's not trying to throw me over at every corner, which is an issue I had with some of the other mods. That with some of the other trailers, like that 36-ton one I towed, that, you know, that video never made the light of day, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, and that trailer would throw me over, like on the slightest corner, if I took it like any faster than 70, which is ridiculous, you know. It shouldn't happen that way. I could understand if it was like really, really tall trailer, kind of like this. You know, the train is a really just big, massive piece of machinery that, if pulled through a corner too fast, could easily start to tip. But I don't know. All right, easy. Easy. I'm really wary of my speed on this one. I'm going to lock it at 95. I may even take it down as far as 90. But I like that 5 extra kilometers. So, I did my Binding of Isaac video, which if you ever watch those first, and I do have a couple people that watch them at least, you know I'm a little bit perturbed today. Had a lot of issues come up today. And it's kind of been building up. As you know, not too long ago, my wife's grandmother passed away, and that's been really stressful as they've been trying to figure stuff out. You know, they've been trying to figure stuff out and afford things, and they've been running around, so they're like, they're my wife. She's tired. My mother-in-law's tired too. It's been a lot of hard work. I really shouldn't break on the corner, but I'm afraid if I don't, I was truly going to go over. And, it's just overall been a bad situation. Not terrible, but it's been maybe not even bad, but it's been rough. It has definitely been rough. You cut in front of me, so help me. Yeah, that was my fault, wasn't it? God damn it. He just whipped over into my lane. If this had been real life, he'd have been dead. You take the weight of my truck, and this is a big, extra long, extra heavy Kensworth, hauling a 75-ton train. Oh, he'd have been a pancake, and my truck would have been all over the place. I saw it coming to at the speed he was going. I thought he would honestly just stop. That's the way the computer usually runs. The computer usually runs that if a car gets into a situation like that, it just comes to an instant stop. But nope, this one just decided he was going to cut in front of me anyways. And not only did he cut in front of me, but he stopped. I should have known it was coming, though. I had a gut feeling, and I should know to go with my gut feelings. So, there was nothing I could do. It doesn't say it damaged the trailer, but one thing I've learned about modded trailers is the damage doesn't always show up on the readout. So, yeah. But anyways, throwing that aside, and believe me, I'm throwing that aside. Are my high beams on? No, it's just really freaking bright. I'm not used to it because I don't have the detail up normally. So these extra bright lights, I'm just not used to it. Yeah, so there's all that situation, which has been really stressful. But then I find out, my wife's been in a really lot of pain lately. She has conditions due to conditions. And she's been in a lot of extra pain lately, and I've been really concerned. Because she does go through these phases, but this phase seemed to be lasting longer than normal. And well, come to find out, my wife's out of medication. I asked her, well, why? And I wasn't paying attention. Her medical stuff, her new medical stuff is supposed to come through with her disability. Never came. 2 months they've been taking money from her. 2 months. They have been docking $100+ from her for medical expenses. And they never sent her a package. They never sent her a medical card. Nothing. They didn't send her a damn thing. And so she hasn't been able to get a prescription filled or even see a doctor at this point. And she has to see a new doctor. And when I found that out and I put 2 and 2 together, I was like, wait a minute, you have medical, they haven't sent you anything? I went ballistic. And my wife and I went out this morning to pick up her birthday cake, which is going to be another story very soon. To pick up her birthday cake, and she wanted to just have a little lunch, me and her out. It was nothing special. It was just a little Jack in the Box deal. But, get out of the house, have a little lunch, talk, enjoy each other's company and all that. It was really nice. And when we got home, I immediately called, and I started making calls. And anyone out there who's dealt with any sort of branch of the government, whether big or small, knows what this means. It means calling phone number after phone number after phone number, dealing with automated messages, the worst of which are the voice-activated ones. We don't even have to use push key in order to find somebody, and then you eventually get somebody real to talk to. And they say, oh, well, we don't deal with that. Oh, well, we don't deal with that. Oh, well, we don't deal with that. And they send you to one place after the next, after the next. And, thank God I'm tenacious. I am honestly like a pit bull when it comes to, I think I have brighter night because I can see a lot easier. I think it's the new Just Play mod because I could drive with my lights off. So I'm pretty sure I have brighter night, which is cool because it used to be really, really freaking hard to see. At least now it's like the moon's out. But anyways, as I was saying, I'm tenacious enough. I don't quit. I don't give up. Okay, here's the loading issue I talked about. And this seems to come with just this truck. It will free up momentarily once it loads the next area. And I'm hoping to alleviate this some if I ever get to re-expand my memory back to 8 gigs. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh no, a little bit more. Okay, now it's done. So yeah, that's why I slowed down too, because it gets a little bit harder to drive under those conditions. But then it smooths back out. But yeah, I've dealt with these issues before. I've dealt with, some video game companies that you have to wait on the phone. Like when I used to be part of World of Warcraft and I had to call Blizzard because of an issue, and your wait time on hold would be 4 hours, I'd wait 4 hours, and all kinds of things. I'm very determined, and I finally found the person I was supposed to, and I was able to get my wife on the phone with her. And my wife got the information she needs to go online and get the stuff that she needs in order to get this going so she can get her medication. And she should be able to get it pretty quickly. Should. I'm on standby with my bulldog mode geared up just in case they try and give her some guff. Other than that, that was enough today. That was bad enough. But what happened just before that? It kind of happened just before. It started just before, just after. Like I said, me and my wife went out to enjoy a quick lunch and to pick up her birthday cake. She's been waiting 3 weeks for this birthday cake. I bought a half sheet of chantilly cake. Now, if you don't know what chantilly cake is, I believe it's roughly just this. It's a chocolate cake that's cut in half, long ways, making it 2 layers, and there's a layer of custard put in between, and then there's like a buttercream frosting on top. Yeah, and it's my wife's favorite cake. She loves her chantilly cake. Well, we picked up the cake, we drove all the way home. Okay? We drove all the way home. And it's about a half-hour drive. And we get home, and unlock the cruise control because we're at 95. We get home, and then I make the phone calls and do the whole medical insurance thing with disability and Medicaid and all that, yeah? I go and deal with that. Then we decide after everything's done, we open up the cake and we start to sing, happy birthday, it's me. There's not many people home. There's just me, my wife, my mother-in-law, my niece, and my nephew. Well, as soon as we cut the cake open, pardon me, I didn't mean to do that on mic. As soon as we cut the cake, we realize there's no custard filling in between the 2 cakes. None. There's no custard filling. My wife's cake is wrong. Oh, my wife was... I think the only thing that eclipsed my anger was how upset my wife was when we found that out. So, already being in a pissed off mood, having to deal with the medical, I went into overdrive. So I immediately headed for my computer because I use Google Phone when I make outgoing calls. And I called them up I said, excuse me, I have to ask you about a chantilly cake. I didn't tell them that I had picked one up earlier. I asked them, when you make a chantilly cake, is there supposed to be a layer of some filling, like a custard or something, in the middle of a chantilly cake? You know, you have the cake, then the filling, then the rest of the cake, then the frosting. The guy said, no, it's usually just one layer. And I said, hold on a minute. And I pulled up Google images of chantilly cake, and sure enough, there was the layer. I said, look, I'm looking at about 900 images of chantilly cakes, and they all have a layer of some sort of filling in the middle. And he goes, oh, well, did you get the 8-inch round cake? I said, no, I got a half sheet. He goes, oh, well, wait, let me get my manager. You know, this is fine. I'd rather talk to a manager at this point anyways. I don't want to get off. Okay, we're good. So what ends up happening after that is a manager comes on and he goes, hi, my name is Jimmy, can I help you? I think it was Jimmy, or it was James. I think it was James. Hi, my name is James, can I help you? And I said, James, and I explained the situation, and he goes, give me 1 second. I said, well, I'm looking at all these images of chantilly cakes, and they all show the same thing. He goes, you know, yeah, he says, yeah, it seems, you know, it seems correct, but I have to look it up in our book. And I went, what? Wait. You're the. I didn't say this. This was thinking. I didn't say this out loud, but I wanted to. You're the manager of a bakery, and actually, it was the assistant manager, but still, you're in the management of a bakery, and you don't know how to make one of the cakes. All right, I have been an assistant manager of several places, and one of the reasons I was an assistant manager of several places is because I knew how to make everything. And I'm not just talking about a McDonald's. Alright, frame rates again as it loads again. And it'll free up again. There we go. I think it only does that with this truck. I haven't had the issue when I did the DAF truck. But, you know, we'll see. So, it's like, I knew how to make everything. As a manager, you're really supposed to know. And this guy didn't know how to make a chantilly cake. They make chantilly cakes every freaking day. So I hear him flipping through a book. And, he finally comes along and he goes, oh, no, yeah, he says, there's supposed to be a custard filling in the middle. I said, yeah, well, my wife's cake doesn't. And this is my wife's birthday cake. And I said, and right now you're coming on the heels of a lot of problems. You know, my wife's been under a lot of stress. There's been a lot of problems, and she's been looking forward to this cake for 3 weeks. And you guys messed it up. I didn't go like ape shit because the guy was actually being genuinely nice. So I kept my cool a little bit more. Yeah, I kept my cool a little bit more. And it helped. And he became extremely apologetic. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm willing to bring the cake back down to you to show you. And he goes, no need. I believe you. And we understand. He said, you know, there's not a whole lot I can do. And I was ready to go ballistic at that point. I was like in wind up. He says, because they can't bake another cake right away. All the cakes are made in the morning. And they, you know, because they make the stuff for the next day in the afternoon. He says, but what I can do for you is I can give you a full refund. And I will offer you any one of the cakes that we have already made for free. I was like, really? So that helped calm the demon a little bit, if you will. You know, that helped calm the demon. So my wife and I got back in the car, and I was still livid though. I mean, I treated the guy nice, but I was livid. You know, there is no other way to explain it. I was still pretty pissed off. And on the drive down, I managed to blow off a bit of steam. So by the time I got to the store, into the store, I was a little bit calmer. So usually third gear on a 750 with a 12 speed. So by the time I got to the store, I had cooled off a little bit. There is a rest spot here. I'm getting pretty close to the end of my stamina bar. Where's the next rest stop? Well, you know what? There's a garage here that I can buy, and I have the money, so I'll probably purchase it. I don't know if I want to rest there, though. And there's really not another rest stop along this road for an awfully long time. So I think that's a rest stop. If not, that's a... No, that's just a... This is a garage here. This is just a dealership. So what I'm going to do, instead of resting here, I'm going to pull through, and I'm going to rest here. I'm going to buy the garage, rest here, and then I'm going to leave. That way I have another garage I can use. Because, again, I have over $600,000, so I can probably populate my garage again really soon. I wonder how much money you can rack up before the game crashes. You know, if there's a limit. I'm going to go around to do this. Just for a little road coverage. Because I can. Just for a little road coverage. That's a red light, Jay. You really want to stop there, you know? Single shifting the gears because of the train. Like I said, this trailer feels... You can feel the weight. You just really can. Now it is going to get a little framey in here. And I apologize for that. I can't help it in a city like this freaking flashy and detailed. So it's going to get a little framing here, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I'm actually kind of enjoying the look. So, yeah. I don't think I've ever found the need to go down to first gear in a truck except for climbing a heavy hill where I screwed up the gearing. Oh no! Shit, the garage isn't off this road. That's right, we're going to just have to go around. Not all the way around. We'll go up that center street. We'll go up that center street to get to the garage. Because it's right behind this wall. Right here, that's the garage. So, I gotta go up the center street. Oh, really? Red light? Well, there's a good opportunity, and I mean, hit F2, sorry what that did, to take a look at our truck under load. That's pretty impressive look right there, man. I know we're wasting time, but we've got extra time. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure that we've got the extra time to do this. So... do I really want to buy this garage? Of course I do. I have money. And... oh yeah. No, I do have to do it from here. I do have to do it here. Company manager, garage manager. Pardon me again. We're going to upgrade this to a garage. I don't know what those 2 lock spaces are, man. I don't know when or if those unlock. Alright, so we got a full-blown garage. So what I'm going to... apparently, I'm in here with the trailer, which is not what I wanted. So, yeah. I guess we're going to back out. Actually, I do need my lights. Oh no, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to rest. That was the whole point of coming here. Now I don't need my lights. And the brake is off, right? Yeah, brake is off. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen, but I may be, because this, you know, this is a big area, so I may be able to just this is kind of why I didn't want to do this. But we should be okay. I should be able to pull this off. Good. As long as we keep it straight, so we don't clip the fence, and we're good. All right. And we're good. We're good. Okay, we made it. We made it. So, anyways, my wife and I piled back in the car, and we went down. Back downtown to the store, and I walked in, and I actually had photos of the cake with me on my iPod. I pulled up my iPod and took photos, just in case the manager, the store manager, decided to try and give some guff and override the bakery manager. But what ended up I didn't need that. When I got there, um, they gave me a refund, which was funny because they were going to put it back onto my debit card, but for some reason, the transaction didn't want to go onto my debit card. It kept saying transaction error. So the guy looked at me and said, "Hey, bro, you mind if I just give you cash?" Uh, no, 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 no. Cash? Are you? No. What is this archaic monetary thing that you give me cash? No, I would. No, of course it's okay to give me. She's just like. Really? You have to ask me if it's okay if you give me cash? What is this ginormous mirror reflection I have? Is that how the sunshade really reflects shit? You see it up top there? I didn't notice that before. Okay. That may be another issue in just the mod itself. But anyways, it's like, yeah. It's okay, offer, it's like telling a guy who's like really, really thirsty, um, you know, I can give you some water and you can drink it in like 3 or 4 days. It'll be ready to drink in 3 or 4 days, or I can just give you some water now that you can use right now. Honestly. So, anyways, the guy gave me the cash back, which I just gave to my wife, and we got to keep the chantilly cake. Or the almost chantilly cake. That's what I call it now. It's an almost chantilly cake because it's not chantilly cake. It's almost chantilly cake. There's actually some mods out there for this truck. Skin mod, and there's actually a better sound mod. I thought about going to get them, but, like I said, I haven't tested this yet. But anyways, I gave my wife the money so that she could use it for whatever she wanted. My wife did the usual thing that she does. It's her birthday, so she treated everyone to McDonald's rather than being treated. That was the whole point behind it, but whatever. Whatever. And, let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, and I got to choose whatever cake I wanted from everything that they had made now. And they had, half sheet chocolate and vanilla with the frosting and the decorations and, all kinds of stuff on there. But, they said any cake. And I felt like the dude that was helping was going to get in trouble. It's not the assistant manager. There was another guy there. He said, our ice cream cakes, and he said this out loud, our ice cream cakes are the most expensive cakes. Oh, really? And I actually was thinking my wife was going to get an ice cream. Deja vu. All right, slow down. Yep. Okay. Okay. Come on, load it. Load it. You can load it. Come on. It's like a slideshow. I'm driving in a slideshow. Come on, load it up. Load it up. Oh, this is taking a while to load. Usually it loads by now. Come on. Let's try a little trick. Yeah, see, it's still framing. It's even framing here as it's loading. Come on now, unframe yourself. Unframe yourself now. Let's go. There we go. That will, like I said, probably be taken care of once I expand the memory. But I'll touch on that shortly. So yeah, my wife, I actually kind of wanted an ice cream cake, but it was my wife's choice. I wasn't gonna like, honey, you should really get an ice cream cake. No, she wanted chantilly. She got chantilly. But when they gave me the offer, and my wife stayed in the car, she was sore, so I went and grabbed an ice cream cake. Chocolate cake, vanilla ice cream frosting. $30 cake plus the $42 cake that I bought, the Homo Chantilly that we got for free. That's $70 of cake for nothing. Only problem is now we have too much cake. Honestly, we do. So we're going to take some of the Homo Chantilly cake. They're going to take them tomorrow because they got to drive around here and there. They got to take those. I'm like going way too fast. They got to take those. They're going to take those cakes. Take some of the cake to friends and family that they go around to tomorrow. They got an active day tomorrow, which I'm really worried about my wife and her pain levels. They really am concerned. She doesn't have her medication. She's supposed to do her research tonight. Hopefully the website doesn't shut down, because I love how like the government sites shut down before, once the office is like closed or whatever, the website's closed down as well. It's real aggravating. Yeah, normally I would have done this in 2 videos, but I'm just going to do this all in one and upload it. I know that that's outside the norm. It's going to take me a while to upload it, but tonight's probably one of those nights I'll just let my computer run overnight and complete the upload. If I get too tired, then I'll just go to sleep. Let my computer run overnight to upload it. Oh, frack! I actually had the name of the guy that gave me the gift to get the DLC, and now I forget it again. Ah, damn it! I gotta write myself a note and like staple the damn thing to my forehead. Right. This is actually kind of a scary turn. This is a very... You're not helping me, car. I'll tell you that right now. You're not helping me. I have to try and make this as wide as humanly possible. And with the nose on this truck, that's already very difficult. It could have been worse. I could have been coming from the other direction. Oops. I'm a little too far over. I have to be careful because this is the problem I ran into when I actually was towing the military trailer the first time I used this truck, and I was getting those crashes on the second leg because I actually didn't fit. This is where I had to like I had to scrape the truck. I had to scrape the truck and the trailer in order to get through. Oh, so what's this? Tachometer's working the correct way? Okay. Yeah, so it's been a stressful day. It's been a real stressful day, and the stress doesn't end yet. Tomorrow, my wife is, with my mother-in-law. They're going to go around and finish up, finalize funeral preparations, and then on Friday is the actual funeral. So it's going to be a tough couple days. It's for my wife and for my mother-in-law. It's going to be very tough. And even though many times I'm at odds with my mother-in-laws, what husband isn't, but there's unique things about, me being here, the things that go on. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but, there are things. There just are. I still do have the utmost respect for my mother-in-law. I really do. I see how hard she works, and she shouldn't have to. I see a lot of the things that she does that she shouldn't have to. I'm not gonna run a list off, but her family does not take care of itself. The only part of her family that's her immediate family that lives here that is really self-sufficient is me and my wife. In terms of everything, each other family that lives here, there's something, at least one thing that my mother-in-law does and takes care of for them. And she does it to help keep herself busy. Otherwise, she'd just be sitting around all day. And I understand going stir crazy, but still, it's hard work, and she has her own problems. So, so I do have a lot of respect for her. When push came to shove, and that was literally the case, almost, she stepped up and took her mother, her ailing mother, ailing mother, into her home and took care of him when her father was the same way several years back, and he was in his declining time. It was her and my wife that did the lion's share of taking care of him, although they didn't move him in here. What they actually did was stay overnight and for extended periods at their house. And the same is also true for her husband, who she lost prior to that. She had to take care of him, and I see how hard she works, and I see the things that she goes through. I feel really bad because they have such a big family. They really do. But none of the other family members contribute truly. I mean, they may contribute a little bit here and there, and it's almost like a token gesture, but they don't contribute like they should. They really don't. There's no reason that it should all fall on one person's shoulders, but it all fell on her shoulders because she was the only one willing. Nobody else was willing to step up and do it. They all talk a good talk, but when it came to walking it, they didn't. So that was really angering. It makes me really angry to see that. So I'm hoping now that this is said and done, that it will be said and done. She'll actually finally get some time. And saying finally get some time to relax is a relative term. But hopefully she'll finally get some time to relax after the funeral's over, where she doesn't have to do anything, and she can take the weekend or whatever and just sit back, watch TV, or maybe she wants to go out somewhere, just do something, or just get out and drive, or go to a park or something, anything, just something where she's not working. Like I said, more often at odds than not, but this is a poor quarter, but it's okay. More often at odds than not, but if I'm to be true, you're just going to go. But if I'm to be truthful, I was also at odds with her grandmother quite a bit, my wife's grandmother, and that doesn't mean I didn't respect her and the things that she did. And she often helped me and my wife even if the main reason was because my wife was married to me. But the grandmother helped me and my wife a lot, so I had respect for her, and I made her a promise that after her, after the grandmother's husband died, the grandfather, I made a promise that I would be there if I was needed. All you had to do was ask. And even though she never actually particularly asked, in her declining years, I was there to help as I was needed. And I held up my end of the promise through respect. Through respect for her, through respect for my mother-in-law, and through respect for my wife. And that's kind of what ticks me off when I look at the siblings and go, where the hell were you? I really shouldn't be talking. What I said was enough, I think. I kind of gave you an overview without getting into detail, and now I'm going into detail. And I might have already said too much already. So I just need to shut my mouth at this point. I really just need to shut my mouth at this point. Alright, but anyways, good timing to shut my mouth because we're here. We actually made it without crashing. So that makes me believe that the truck was not the issue. Why is there a tank at a lumber mill? So I love lumber mills because of this. Just pull the trailer straight. Now, I really can't see the back end right now, but it's okay. I'll be able to work with it anyways. We got a really long trailer. And I think I screwed up the back end already. I think I can still pull it off. Yep, there we go. Alright, we made it! 793 miles. Good work, which means there was some damage, and that's to be expected. 4%, not too bad, not too bad. We're actually going to make level 24. Which actually may unlock new engines for my Scania. Time taken, 21 hours, 31 minutes. Fuel consumed, 0.2 liters. That's what that is. So good, yeah. Really, really good. So, a final breakdown of this mod, because I've gone over it before, but I'm going to do a final breakdown. It actually is... Alright, I get to level up. I'm just going to keep leveling. I'm going to just go straight down. And get it out of reverse. Put the year on. Okay. So, a breakdown of the Peterbilt 389. Again, it's a beautiful looking truck. You can see that by looking at it right here. It's a beautiful looking truck. But a lot of inconsistencies take it down a notch. The windshield wipers not working. Major strike against the truck. The tachometer being funky is a minor strike. The very limited customability is a minor strike. I know there was a couple others, but honestly I forget them. If I forget them, they weren't that big a deal. So, oh yeah, the inconsistency in the gas tanks. Those fuel tanks are huge, but you're only allowed to take 600 liter-ish of fuel. That's a major strike. And, well, that's kind of a minor strike. And the other one was the engine, which is basically blow for blow the Volvo engine. I really don't like. I don't like that. I also don't like it that it does have air horns, but it doesn't have air horn sounds included. So that's another minor strike. But then again, like so did the Kensworth K100. So overall, it's a good mod. I've said this before, and this is just how it is. It's a good mod. It's not a great mod. And I think if there's a new version that is already out, which I haven't found, or there's a new version, the guy puts out a new version that comes out, the windshield wipers actually cleaning the windshields. If he fixes, or if somebody fixes just that part of the mod, this would be a great mod. This would actually be a great mod. Everything else is minor and very, 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 very forgivable. But Because the windshield wipers do not clean the windshield, it's only a good mod because you'll have to deal with that issue if you drive in any kind of rain condition at all. No matter where you have your rain slider, unless you have your rain off completely somehow, you're going to have to deal with that at some point, like you saw me doing. So that brings it down to a good mod. It's not a great mod. The K100 is a great mod. It does have problems, but they're all very, very small problems, and even mostly nitpicky problems that really don't impact the truck at all. The tachometer, and the windshields impact the truck. The windshields is huge, and then there's the small stuff, the fuel and the engine and the minor customization. But you can get around a little bit of the customization. You can find mods that allow you to put a new skin on the truck, that would allow you to do different things. So that's really cool as well. So yeah, definitely a good mod. I would recommend it. I would recommend it. If you're looking for a good American truck and you want a Peterbilt, then the Peterbilt 389 is a good truck. And I know I should go and find the mod and put a link in the description below. So hopefully I will remember to do that. I will go look for it, and I will put a link in the description below. So that's going to be me done for this one, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. But before I go, let me show you the next truck we're going to drive. The Volvo FH16. And you got to see this. You've got to see this. You got to see this truck. You ready? You ready? You ready? 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 Yeah, you ready. Look at that. Come on, give me a good view. Give me a good view of the truck. Yeah, I want to do the Volvo FH16. And I found a chassis mod for it already, and I modded the tires on it. I found the skin mod for it as well. And you can get the skin mod and the chassis mod on... we get the chassis mod on the Truck Sim Map site, and the skin mod's really easy to find. It's called Blue Fire, and there's actually a trailer. I didn't put the trailer in the game, I was afraid to, but there is actually a trailer that can go with the mod as well. So it's not giving me a really good view of the truck. So let's take a quick look. Let's give you a sneak peek of what we're coming up to here. We're going to be in Roma again, but that's all right. Like I said, I can transverse garages at this point as I'm diversing areas. So, parking brake. It is at night, but it's lit up. Yeah? Let's start the truck up so I can put the lights on. Yeah? Yeah? And look at that. Look at the wheels. Look at the wheels turn. The front wheels turn as well. That's really awesome. And the front, I actually, oh, wait a minute, F4. Roof and auxiliary lights. Yeah, there we go. That's some lampage right there. That's some serious lampage. Wait. Yeah, I know you can't see the paint job, but you will. You'll get to see it, but you get the general idea. Yeah, that's a beautiful truck right there. And there's other skins for it out there. This is just the one I found that was the most beautiful. So this will be the one we're doing next, the Volvo FH, and we actually have an 8x4 chassis on it, 750 horsepower Volvo engine, with the standard 12-gear transmission. This will be the next truck that we drive. So, yeah, I have horns on it, and unfortunately they angled down, but whatever. So that's going to, like I said, that's going to be me done for this one, folks. I hope you're anticipating the Volvo FH truck. Next, I've got some special trucks coming up after this. Not that this truck isn't special. Until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger. I'm going to be signing out, and I will see you on the road.